And before we start, I would like to say a big thank you to AMTD Oakwood Hotel for supporting us for this VidCast series productions. Actually, Emma and myself were just sitting in this stunning guest room that we have from the hotel. So thank you very much, AMTD Oakwood, for supporting us. Welcome back, Emma. So let's continue our discussions regarding some of the NFTs and also the digital assets. I think I still recall when I was looking at Singapore Fintech Festival, and I think the Linkin Park singers were there, and he's talking about the NFTs is helping him to have a direct communication with his fans, and he made the quote like, my followers used to tattoo some of my lyrics onto their body, and that's the kind of impact it creates. It gets very, very emotional and engaging by listening to those conversations. So I think, and also the ventures cross like music, art, and many other different areas. So what do you see the potential of NFTs, and also how does that translate to some of the projects like LongHash is driving right now?
Yeah, I think NFT is a very exciting area. So first, to understand the potential, I think we need to understand the basic definition, right? So NFT is basically a non-fungible token, and today most people refer ERC 721 standard as the token standard for NFT. So the beauty of NFT is you're able to use this technology to create uniqueness of a digital asset. And once you establish that uniqueness, it's published to a public blockchain. Everybody can acquire and ascertain that copy belongs to you. Mm-hmm. And because of that establishment of ownership, you're able to put a price tag on it, right? Example would be one of the first digital artist people. I think he recently sold a piece of work for $69 million. Mm-hmm. Before he put his work on NFT, he was selling his digital work for $100 a piece. And he's been, the first piece I think he sold for was called The First 5,000 Days. So for the last 10 years, he's been drawing digital arts every day, for 10 years. And he was not able to fetch big price for it. And I think that's the beauty of the price tag is quite I think stunning, right? But the deeper meaning of that is creators, for the first time, they don't have to rely on a centralized platform to reach out to their fans. Mm-hmm. They can use NFT to reach out to their fans directly. And also, the second thing is NFT is very flexible, not just ownership. You're also able to add utilities to NFT. Say, for example, over the last 6 months, there's been a lot of innovations to put additional utilities on NFT. There's this project called the Bored Apes Yacht Club. Mm-hmm. So if you own a piece of the ape,
I've seen some of those.
Yeah, exactly. You're able to use the NFT to prove your ownership of that and get access to some sort of like a Discord, and also you are able to use that as tickets to go to a certain event, and also people can use that to airdrop additional rewards, or so there's continuous ways for creators to use NFT to engage with their fan base, mm-hmm. which is not possible before. Yeah. So that's and like you rightly pointed out, right? So it's not just music and arts, right? It can be anything. In the future, we can put the ownership of your house as a piece of NFT on the mm-hmm. internet, right? Mm-hmm. So you're able to fractionalize that. You're able to sell a portion of your house, mm-hmm. or you're able to fetch liquidity in a global market. Or you can put your university certificate on that, right? So we've all had experiences when you have to provide KYC documents or background check, right? You have to go back to the school again and again. But imagine you have ownership of a lot of those documents by yourself. So I think the use case of NFT are limitless, and we're only touching the surface with that one.
Yeah. But I get it, right? In the sense that we mentioned the NFTs can allow and also take away some of the intermediaries and allow the creators to directly communicate or engage with mm-hmm. their fan base. But I think one thing we want to really understand in the virtual world, because, for example, that some of the image or some of the artwork can be produced many times. Yeah, and that number is kind of infinite, right? So how does that then kind of kind of reflecting the value, right? I think that's always the question that comes back to say, how does this picture, which looks like exactly the same, price different, or the same price, or So I think, can you just explain a bit?
Yeah, I actually think that's the very value of NFT. Imagine before NFT exists, right? You have a piece of digital art, and exactly like you pointed out, people can copy it, right? Right click and save. It's kind of like an insider joke within the crypto community for people to laugh at others who are paying millions of dollars for a piece of NFT. So in the traditional world, you can just copy paste, right? And there's no value or uniqueness assigned to one digital copy. But with the onset of NFT, you're able to check which one is the first one, right? And which one was endorsed by the authors, by the creators themselves. You can make 10,000 copies, doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna think they're the genuine or the authentic copy, right? So I think that's the beauty of it. And you think about it in the traditional world where you have a piece of Mona Lisa, how do you know it's real, right? You have to rely on third party to tell you. Maybe go to the museum, right? Get some expert to certify, okay, this is a real piece of Mona Lisa, but most people don't have the knowledge to evaluate and ascertain that. Whereas with NFT, I don't need the expert knowledge. I just go to the website and I just go to Ethereum blockchain and I can query, okay, this was created, this was the first piece, and it's endorsed by certain creator. So I think that's very, very powerful.
I think I was just reading about like in a social virtual world, right? When you are actually meeting someone new, and that person probably carries the first digital art, which is authenticated and verified, and you kind of say, oh, this is someone who is very early in the community, and he's someone that as the founder. So I think in a social context, that does say a certain things. Is similar to like in a social context when you wear a watch or jewelry, right? So I think that's very clear explanation. I also want to touch on one topic that was mentioned a lot recently and also become a very hit topic when you hashtag, right, on Twitter and everything, is Metaverse, right? So everybody's talking about Metaverse and the potentials of it, and also I think Facebook recently renamed their app from Facebook to Meta. So what do you think Metaverse and DeFi and crypto are all connecting together?
I think it's so closely intertwined. A metaverse, in my definition, is basically this virtual world, parallel world that we're all increasingly living in. And there wouldn't be a point of time to say, hey, we're all in metaverse now. And I think it's a gradual journey. And as a matter of fact, each of us probably spend more than 8 hours on digital device. In some ways, we're already in the metaverse. And also with the emergence or maturization of a lot of the technology, the onset of 5G, the maturization of the AR, VR device like Oculus, right? And also with cryptocurrency, you're able to pay for digital asset within the metaverse in an internet native way. I think a lot of this technology maturization and the intersection of that has led to a Cambrian explosion where everyone feels like, wow, now is the moment, is ready for metaverse. I think within the metaverse, just like how you are in the traditional world, you can have financial service, you can have social activities, right? You can do all that in metaverse, right? You can have DeFi protocols where where you are earning yields, you're managing your wealth, you're doing trading, or you can go to a virtual concert, right? Or you can go to a club that you hang out with your friends. And the best deal is you can use cryptocurrency to pay for a lot of the service and interaction. So I think it's one of the things that's definitely going to reshape how we live, how we play, how we work.
I think last question. I just want to also come back to the LongHash Ventures, and I think as a female founder and also as someone who is very passionate and also driving some of these changes. And I was reading about your mission, right? It said as to catalyze the growth of the next generations of the Web 3.0 projects. Now, can you share with us what's your vision and what is that ultimate end goal that you have for LongHash Ventures?
That's a really good question. Ultimate end goal. I don't think there's ultimate end goal. It's more like a journey, right? And we just feel incredibly fortunate to be part of this paradigm shift. To be, because I think I was too late to catch the internet era, right? The internet age, and I was very fortunate to discover crypto distributed ledger relatively early. And I think now being part of this early world and being able to interact with a lot of the founders and being able to see how they manage to achieve success within a short period of time is, I think, is a very satisfactory thing. And along with that, obviously, we do well financially as well, right? So I think it's a very rewarding journey that aligns with what we want to do, and I think hopefully we'll be able to do this for the next 20-30 years.
Thank you very much for sharing, Emma. It's great to have you here sharing with us all of these concepts and ideas and also your visions. Thank you very much.